The story begins with a dangerous criminal named TikTok, who uses a special time bomb to freeze several OSS agents in time. The mission to stop him is assigned to Agent Marissa. Surprisingly, she is heavily pregnant at that moment, and her baby could be born at any second. Even so, she fearlessly sets out to chase TikTok. While on the way, she suddenly goes into labor. So, she calls her husband Wilbur and tells him to rush to the hospital because their baby is about to arrive. But Marissa refuses to abandon the mission. She tracks down TikTok and single-handedly takes down all of his henchmen in an intense fight. Just then, the remaining agents arrive, and TikTok is finally arrested. After completing the mission, Marissa hands her badge over to her boss, Danger, and tells him that she wants to quit being a spy so she can devote all her time to her family. Danger tries to convince her not to resign and at least reveal her true identity to her family. But as she gets into the ambulance, Marissa smiles and says there is no need anymore because she is leaving this life behind forever. At the hospital, Wilbur is already waiting for her with his two children, Rebecca and Cecil. The kids are happily playing together when Wilbur tells them that he is about to start a new TV show where he will play a famous spy hunter. Hearing this, Rebecca jokingly asks where he is even going to find a real spy to catch. Just then, Marissa is rushed into the hospital on a stretcher. Rebecca and Cecil have always believed that their stepmother is late to everything, so Marissa laughs and says that maybe she lost track of time once again. Moments later, the doctors take her into the delivery room where she gives birth to a baby girl. 1 year passes. Marissa and Wilbur's little daughter has now turned 1-year-old. On the other hand, Wilbur's spy hunter TV show has also become a reality. One day, before leaving for work, he tells Rebecca and Cecil to behave well at school and also take care of their pet dog, Argonaut, who spends the whole day silently staring at everyone. At the same time, Danger is informed by several agents that time is mysteriously speeding up all around the world. The moment he hears this, he immediately suspects that it is connected to the Armageddon device, a deadly machine capable of stopping time completely or even bringing about the end of the entire world. That evening, Wilbur returns home from work and spends some quality time with the family. He is talking with Marissa while holding their baby daughter, but Rebecca suddenly leaves the dinner table looking upset. Cecil quietly follows her to the room to comfort her. Seeing this, Marissa sadly says that she does not know what she can do to make Rebecca finally like her. Wilbur comforts her by saying that his daughter simply needs a little more time, and one day everything between them will surely be fine. Meanwhile, in her room, Rebecca complains to her brother that ever since Marissa entered their lives, their father no longer has the same amount of time for them. On top of that, she is completely convinced that Marissa is hiding a huge secret from them and is definitely not an interior decorator like she always claims. Just then, Cecil notices Rebecca secretly setting up a small trap for Marissa outside her bedroom door. A little later, Marissa goes to Rebecca's room hoping to improve their relationship. She gently tells her that she can never replace her real mother, but she truly wants to become a part of this family with all her heart. After that, she gives Rebecca a beautiful necklace and explains that it is very special to her. Rebecca accepts the necklace, but the moment Marissa walks out of the room, a trap placed above the door dumps blue paint all over her. Rebecca is pleased that her prank worked, while Marissa sadly walks straight to Wilbur. Just then, a breaking news report appears on television. The reporter announces that time is moving much faster than normal across the entire world, and if it continues like this, it could eventually bring about the end of the world. Moments later, a recorded message from the mysterious villain known as the Timekeeper is broadcast. He proudly claims that he is responsible for everything and will not stop until the whole world comes to an end. At that moment, Marissa notices TikTok standing behind the Timekeeper. She instantly realizes that TikTok has escaped from prison. This leaves Marissa deeply worried, but Wilbur becomes excited instead, believing that if he can interview the Timekeeper, his TV show will become a huge success. Meanwhile, the Timekeeper tells TikTok that if he wants to become unstoppable, he must obtain a rare gem called the Chronos Sapphire. It is the only object capable of stopping the Armageddon device. TikTok replies that his men are already searching for the gem. Just then, one of his men discovers that the valuable sapphire is hidden inside the necklace Marissa had given Rebecca as a gift. The next day, Marissa receives an urgent message from the OSS ordering her to bring the Chronos Sapphire to headquarters immediately. Without wasting a second, she goes to Rebecca and asks for the necklace back. Rebecca refuses at first out of anger, but eventually agrees. However, she cleverly hands Marissa only the necklace box while secretly keeping the real necklace hidden with herself. Marissa has no idea that she has been tricked again. Before leaving the house, she tells their pet dog Argonaut to keep an eye on the kids and then heads to OSS headquarters. As soon as she arrives, Danger asks her for the Chronos Sapphire. The moment Marissa hands him the box, baby food splashes all over Danger's face instead of the precious gem. Seeing this, Marissa immediately realizes that Rebecca has fooled her once again. She quickly tells Danger that she has to return home home at once because the real necklace is still there. But danger tells Marissa that going home for the necklace is not the top priority right now. First, they need to find TikTok because he is the only one who can lead them to the timekeeper. At that very moment, TikTok's henchmen arrive at Marissa's house. Just before the house explodes, the kids receive an emergency alert telling them to get to the panic room immediately. Rebecca and Cecil have no idea what is happening. Suddenly, the television scans their identities and a hidden passage opens beneath the floor. The two stand there in shock, but their dog Argonaut jumps into the passage first. With no other choice, they quickly follow him. As soon as they get inside, the entrance seals shut and they arrive safely inside a secure panic room. The moment they enter, the televisions turn on by themselves and a pre-recorded message from Marissa begins to play. She tells the kids that she is not an interior decorator, but a secret OSS agent. Then she reveals another shocking truth by telling them that Argonaut is not a real dog, but an incredibly advanced robot. At first, Rebecca and Cecil think it is all just a joke, but then Argonaut starts talking and confirms that everything she said is true. Hearing their own dog speak like a human leaves both of them completely stunned. Just then, TikTok's men begin trying to break into the panic room. In the recording, Marissa tells the kids to sit in a special jet seat that will safely transport them to OSS headquarters. They immediately follow her instructions, and Argonaut sits beside Cecil on one of the seats. The very next second, the jet seats blast through the roof of the house and shoot into the sky at incredible speed. However, TikTok's henchmen refuse to stop chasing them. The jet flies so fast that Cecil starts feeling sick. Seeing this, Argonaut hands him a paper bag in case he needs to throw up. Once Cecil starts feeling a little better, he jokingly tosses the filled bag at one of the men chasing them. The bag smacks right into the man's face, making him lose control. After seeing that it works, Cecil throws more bags at the remaining pursuers and finally gets rid of every one of them. Afterward, Argonaut calls Marissa and informs her that the children are safely on their way to OSS headquarters. Marissa tells him to protect the kids no matter what happens, and also assigns a special agent at headquarters to receive them. A short while later, Rebecca and Cecil arrive at OSS headquarters. There they meet a woman named Carmen. She introduces herself as an OSS secret agent and tells them that Marissa is her aunt. Carmen takes the children inside. Along the way, she explains how kid agents completed missions that grown-ups could not handle. She also says that the program has been shut down, but one day she hopes to bring it back. Rebecca and Cecil's eyes light up as they see the room filled with amazing spy gadgets. Carmen allows each of them to choose one gadget, but clearly tells them that she will not activate any of them for now. While exploring the headquarters, Rebecca and Cecil notice an old video showing Carmen alongside her brother Junie. Curious, they ask her about him, but Carmen's expression suddenly turns serious. She simply says that she does not want to talk about it. A little later, she tells the kids to stay there because she has to join the OSS team on a mission to capture the timekeeper. Meanwhile, Marissa arrives at TikTok's hideout with her baby. After putting on her spy suit, she secretly sneaks into the building and overhears TikTok discussing his plan with his men to stop time forever. However, she cannot stay hidden for long. TikTok spots her and immediately orders his henchmen to go after her. Marissa defeats every one of them by herself, but during the chaos, TikTok manages to escape once again. Back at OSS headquarters, Rebecca comes up with a new plan while waiting. She says that if the adults cannot catch the timekeeper, then they should go and find him themselves. Argonaut tries to stop them, warning that it is far too dangerous, but Rebecca eventually convinces Cecil as well. The two first try to activate the spy gadgets they had chosen, but none of them work. In the end, they decide to leave without using any gadgets. As soon as they step outside, several security guards stop them and say that they are not allowed to leave the headquarters. Just then, Argonaut arrives and tells the kids to run. Rebecca and Cecil immediately take off while Argonaut activates several traps behind them, preventing the guards from chasing them. As they keep running, the three of them enter a room containing a special teleportation device. While searching for clues about the timekeeper, Argonaut shows them several mysterious codes that no one has ever been able to solve. Just then, Cecil realizes that they are all anagrams, meaning the letters have been rearranged to hide different words. Using his intelligence, he cracks the code and discovers that the timekeeper is hiding inside an old clock repair shop. At that very moment, Carmen arrives there with several OSS agents, but before they can reach the children, Rebecca, Cecil, and Argonaut use the teleportation device to escape and arrive directly outside the timekeeper's secret hideout. On the other side, Carmen immediately calls Marissa and tells her everything that has happened. After After hearing this, Marissa asks for the children's exact location so she can reach them as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, the kids enter the clock repair shop. There, they find another anagram, which Cecil solves almost instantly. After that, they use a hidden elevator to reach a secret area beneath the shop. Inside, they discover a giant clock whose hands are spinning at an unnatural speed. Neither of them knows what to do next. Just then, Rebecca notices a small, hidden door behind the enormous clock. She quickly tells her brother to head toward it. Rebecca safely reaches the door, but Cecil's clothes get caught on one of the rapidly spinning clock hands. The very next second, the fast-moving hand flings him through the air, sending him crashing right beside the hidden door. Meanwhile, Wilbur is frustrated with his new TV show because even after it has started, he still has not managed to catch a single spy. Just then, he receives a new spy tracking device that suddenly begins showing the location of a secret agent. At the same time, Rebecca and Cecil move deeper inside and enter a room where they discover a video playing on a computer. In the recording, a young boy appears to be trapped inside a time loop. That is when they learn that everything is connected to the Armageddon device, and that there is only one way to stop this deadly machine: the Chronos sapphire hidden inside the necklace around Rebecca's neck. Rebecca immediately realizes that TikTok attacked their house because he was after that necklace. Without wasting a second, she tells Cecil that they need to get out of there immediately. But before they can escape, TikTok suddenly appears in front of them. Using his special device, he freezes both of them in time and takes them to his boss, the timekeeper. The timekeeper orders Rebecca to hand over the necklace, but she firmly refuses. Just then, Marissa and Carmen arrive at the hideout. The moment Rebecca and Cecil see them, they immediately run toward them. Seeing the situation getting worse, Marissa tells Carmen to activate the children's spy gadgets. The very next second, their gadgets come to life, and the two kids happily join the fight alongside them. At the same time, Wilbur and his cameraman follow the spy tracker until they arrive near a large dumpster. A hidden passage there leads them straight to the timekeeper's secret base. After entering, Wilbur sees spies and henchmen fighting everywhere, but he cannot clearly recognize his wife and children in the middle of the chaos. Meanwhile, his cameraman records the entire battle before the two of them quietly leave the place. During the fight, TikTok uses his special machine to snatch the necklace from Rebecca's neck, but before he can hand it over to the timekeeper, Marissa and Carmen manage to escape with the children safely. A short while later, everyone stops at a nearby park. There, Rebecca and Cecil admit their mistake and apologize for going on the mission by themselves. Rebecca also confesses that she should have given the necklace to Marissa from the very beginning. Marissa praises their bravery, but also teaches them an important lesson. Just then, Carmen receives a call from OSS headquarters about an urgent meeting. Marissa tells her to take the children back to headquarters while she takes care of something important first. Meanwhile, as soon as Marissa gets into her car, she receives a video message from Wilbur. In it, he happily says that he has finally captured footage of some spies at the clock repair shop. The moment she hears this, Marissa becomes alarmed because she realizes that Wilbur may have seen her as well. She immediately rushes to his office. There, Wilbur is watching the recorded footage, and after seeing his wife and children fighting in the video, he is left completely shocked. His boss insists on broadcasting the exclusive footage to the entire world, but to protect Marissa's identity, Wilbur destroys the videotape on the spot. Furious over what he has done, his boss fires him immediately. After gathering his belongings, Wilbur walks outside to his car, where Marissa is waiting for him. But now, the truth has finally come out. Wilbur realizes that Marissa has been hiding her real identity from him for years. So, without even looking at her, he quietly walks away. At OSS headquarters, Danger calls an old and experienced spy, Junie, back from retirement to help in the mission against the timekeeper. However, his sister, Carmen, is not at all happy with this decision. The moment Junie is given his spy badge back, Carmen angrily picks it up and throws it into a trash bin, saying that he no longer deserves it. After that, all agents are ordered to leave for the mission, while Rebecca and Cecil are told to stay behind at headquarters. Rebecca gets angry that they are being treated like kids again and left out. Just then, Danger approaches them and praises their bravery in finding the timekeeper's location, but as he turns to leave, Rebecca notices his watch and feels something is not right about it. At the same time, Cecil realizes something even more shocking. He discovers that Danger's full name is actually an anagram of the word Armageddon. The siblings immediately understand that the real timekeeper is none other than Danger himself. When they confront him, Danger calmly smiles and admits the truth. He then destroys the security system at the door and warns the kids not to leave under any circumstances. After saying this, he walks away. Rebecca and Cecil quickly realize that Danger has set set a trap for Marissa and the other agents. They immediately try calling Marissa to warn her, but she ignores them, thinking the kids are just being mischievous again. She enters the clock shop with Carmen and Junie and reaches a room where they find the Armageddon device. But as soon as they try to stop it, they realize it is only a hologram. Just then, the timekeeper appears in front of them and tells them that they have all fallen into his trap. In the next moment, he removes his helmet and reveals his true identity. The timekeeper is actually Danger himself. This shocks Marissa, Carmen, and Junie completely. Marissa immediately asks him where the real Armageddon device is. Danger reveals that it is stored at OSS headquarters, and he is now heading back there. With that, he uses his freeze machine to trap all the agents in time and leaves for headquarters along with TikTok. A short while later, Junie realizes that he has not been frozen. He understands that the machine only affects agents who carry an OSS badge. He quickly contacts Rebecca and Cecil and informs them that all the other agents have been frozen. Now, stopping Danger is only their responsibility. When Rebecca anxiously asks how they are supposed to do it, Junie tells them that he has officially activated them as spy kids and they must complete the mission together. Hearing this, the kids activate Argonaut's attack mode and he breaks through a locked door in a single strike. They then reach the old Spy Kids division where they equip themselves with new spy suits and advanced gadgets. They even prepare a small suit for their baby sister and lovingly name her spy baby. Meanwhile, Junie manages to save Carmen and Marissa from being fully frozen and tells them that he has activated Rebecca and Cecil as spy kids. Marissa is shocked because she cannot believe the kids are ready for such a huge mission, but Junie confidently says that they are now their only hope. Just as the three of them try to escape, they fall into another trap set by Danger. On the other side, Rebecca and Cecil, now in their new spy suits, begin fighting against Danger's men while Argonaut stays back to protect a little spy baby. A short while later, TikTok captures Rebecca and Cecil and demands that they hand over all their spy gadgets. Seeing this, Argonaut immediately sends a message to Wilbur telling him that his kids are in serious trouble and need his help. The children are brought in front of the timekeeper. At the same moment, Rebecca cleverly steals a special watch from his pocket. Then, when the timekeeper appears holding the Chrono Sapphire, Rebecca asks him why he wants to destroy the entire world. In response, the timekeeper finally reveals his true story. He says that the Armageddon device was never meant to destroy the world, but to travel back in time. His father was one of the scientists who first worked on this machine. As a child, he accidentally got trapped inside it while playing. He tried everything to save his father, but he died right in front of his eyes. Later, OSS recovered the Chrono Sapphire, but by then it was too late. Since that moment, he kept trying to go back in time again and again, hoping to reunite with his father and possibly change the past. Cecil calmly tells him that his plan will never work because no human can change the past. He explains that every time Danger travels back, he only creates new versions of himself. Then Cecil suddenly realizes why TikTok and his men all look the same. They are actually different versions of Danger from different points in time. But TikTok immediately tells Danger that the kids are lying, and this time, he will succeed in changing the past. Just then, a massive time portal opens. At the same time, Marissa, Carmen, and Junie arrive there as well, but before they can react, Danger freezes all the agents again using his device. Only Rebecca and Cecil remain free because they still have the watch they stole, and they quickly manage to take back the Chrono Sapphire as well. Now both kids race toward the Armageddon device to stop it. TikTok chases them while urging Danger to step into the portal without delay. At first, the kids manage to escape TikTok, but just as Rebecca is about to use the necklace, he snatches it away again. Meanwhile, Danger enters the portal and finally meets his father. But when he returns, he appears much older than before. He tells the kids that they were right. No matter how hard he tried, he could not save his father. He also says that his father told him to stop living in the past and move forward with his life. Accepting his father's words, Danger drops the Chrono Sapphire onto the Armageddon device. In the next moment, the dangerous machine shuts down and time returns to normal. All the frozen agents are freed, and Marissa finally breathes a sigh of relief seeing her children safe. But then, TikTok snatches the necklace again and says he will keep trying until he achieves his goal. Just then, Wilbur suddenly arrives. He handcuffs TikTok and brutally beats his men. Finally, OSS agents arrest TikTok and take him away. Wilbur hugs his children and says he will always make time for them from now on. He also forgives Marissa for hiding her true identity all these years. The entire family is reunited with smiles on their faces. At that moment, Junie and Carmen announce that the Spy Kids program is being restarted, and they want Rebecca and Cecil to be part of it. Hearing this, both kids happily agree. Then Argonaut arrives carrying the little spy baby and says he has a surprise for everyone. In the next moment, the baby stands up on her own feet. Just then, TikTok tries to escape, but the tiny spy baby stops him. Seeing this, the whole family is filled with joy. A few days later, Rebecca and Cecil officially become part of the new Spy Kids program. Their new mission is to find talented young spies from around the world and recruit them into the team. And this is where the exciting story comes to an end. So, what did you think about this movie? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories. See you in the next video.